It looked like when Fried exited, he had blood on his hand. Is he okay?
Yeah. Yeah. I just talked to him, and he had no issues.
So no issues with the blood?
No, he was good.
You look at the defense, 4 errors tonight. Just what happened with the defense?
Yeah, just not good enough. And look, I think we have a very good defensive club, but clearly in the 7 games we've played up here, not giving them extra outs, whether it's through error or not making a play that we need to make, that's cost us. And these 2 series up here were we really hurt. So we've got to obviously tighten it up. Confident we will. We'll continue to work at it. We have good defenders here, but tonight was obviously a rough night for us.
Why do you think we haven't seen it consistently with the defense over the last couple of weeks?
I think it's here, and I think it's in this building we haven't played well. The defense was good down in Atlanta. Again, we've had a couple players go through it a little bit, but overall we should be moving forward a good defensive club. We need to be, but it's this series and the last series here where just too many outs given.
When you say here, is it something about this particular
I
building?
think it's just 2 bad series where we played here. So, I don't know if it's just, coming to the turf, like that's not really an excuse. Like, it's the same game. But obviously, I think in these 2 series, we've given them too many outs, and it's cost us.
And then just go back to Max. Was it a cut or?
Yeah, I didn't even know about it, and I actually talked to him in here. We were talking through the outing and stuff, and he didn't have any issue.
What did you think of Max overall?
I thought he was pretty good. I thought he probably tired a little bit there in the end, and obviously, Clement hits the ball, that we lose in the sky. So I was probably going to take him there knowing they're going to shoot their lefties. But then once he got to third there, I felt like, our best shot was to go for the punch out there. And I felt like he was sound to give it. He gets 2 strikes and Straw, is able to lay the bat head on it. So, but overall, I thought he threw the ball pretty well. I labored a little bit there in the middle innings, had the 1 long inning that kind of hurt him a little bit, but overall I thought he threw the ball pretty well.
Aaron, did you feel like it was brewing with Manny Gonzalez all game long?
Not really. Not at all. I mean, I went out there just to ask him who he threw out because, we got on the 1 call with Peraza early, and he kind of disarmed us. He said, hey, I missed it, which was all good. And then he got Blake, so I just went out there to see, and then, he kind of lost his mind on me. So, obviously a couple calls not going our way, but, that wasn't our issue tonight. We gave them too many outs.
How do you go about tightening up the defense in the middle of a season?
You just continue defense about work, putting the work in, and, and that's what we'll continue to do. That's what we do. We have good defenders. It's not like we're searching for, you look around our field, we've got really good defenders. So, but it's also something that, defense is a game of under control and calm. So it's like you want to, the last thing I want us to do is get tight and stuff like that and play to not make a mistake. Can't do that. But we got to just keep working at it, keep working at our fundamentals day in and day out, and it'll continue to get better. And again, a lot of this season, the defense has been very good. Like, it's these 2 series where it's not been good, and it's and obviously it's hurt us, and we've lost games to them in big part because we've given them outs.
And you mentioned playing tight. This team kind of forces the issues. They're quick. They put the ball in play. Do you think that's part of it as well?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, maybe in a couple cases, and again, not making enough. It comes down. You got to make plays. You can't give good teams extra outs, and again, that's what we've done in these 2 series.
Aaron, how much does it bother you that the scouting report on you guys for a number of years now has been put the ball in play against them?
Yeah, well, I think there's
a couple,
right, for a couple of the years, we've had some struggles with some defensive issues in some positions. I feel like now, 2022, where we're very good defensively. Now I feel like we have a very good defensive team, a potentially very good defensive team. So different years are a little bit different, obviously.
You mentioned how the struggles have been here. Do you think you guys are tightening up here, considering the opponent, your rival, the AL East?
I don't know. I think today was a little bit like, maybe a couple of them like not wanting to make a mistake. But again, like Jazz's error is a good play where you're just trying to make an extra play on the double play. The Fried error, is, Max is as good as he gets out there. It's kind of a no man's land ball. Obviously, we lose a ball in the sky. So, and then the Benny play at first, obviously that's one we got to make. So, yeah, you don't want that to snowball on you, and we got to keep working at it.
Is there something you can do to get guys not to play that way? Because you made a similar comment about the base running recently too.
Yeah, defense about work. Defense about putting the work in, and again, we have good defenders out there. This series aside.
Aaron, you mentioned that Jazz play. You thought he had a shot at Guerrero there?
Not really, but he makes a good play, climbing the ladder, obviously, and he's trying to just get rid of it quick. So that's a play where if Benny gets around and just kind of knocks it down, but he kind of got stuck a little bit. So, sometimes you're trying to make a play and you don't have the time to look. He's trying to make a quick throw, so obviously got away.
The play with the Dominguez, is that a lack of concentration on the grounder? Is it him not knowing how the turf plays?
I was actually in route up here, so I got to see that. I got to see that play.
The other one where the ball was hit to left center and the ball bounces over his head.
Yeah, the Kirk one, they gave that an error?
No,
Oh.
but it does bounce over his head. He was trying to cut it off. Do you think that's him, again, not knowing the bounces here in Toronto, or is that?
I don't know. I mean, it's a gapper that you're trying to, you're on the dead run trying to make a play on. So, yeah.
Yeah, the wild pitch there in that fifth inning. But what was, from your vantage point, the breakdown on the Fried play, trying to make a play on the Guerrero ball?
Well, obviously being left-handed makes it a little challenging for him because he's got it, and he probably doesn't have the time to wheedle around and get a throw off. So he's kind of, honestly, that's one of those balls that's in no man's land. It's kind of a swinging bunt base hit where you're trying to keep a run off the board. It's a little do or die there. So that's all.
After these 2 trips, are you just ready to get the heck out of Canada and stay away for a while?
Look, obviously we've had 2 crappy series up here. There's no way around it. So, maybe we'll get a chance to come back here at some point and flip that script. This is a place over the years where we've actually played pretty well, and it is frustrating as it is, and as pissed off as you are when we don't play our best. Obviously, against a team ahead of us. We also have to understand that it's a series and we got to keep moving.